So, you know, so that's basically what we're trying to do with this lesson, is to get you to hear all the shaping of each phrase, right? Stuff that you did naturally in the beginning, or at least you copped my thing, and but you did it to a detailed, extent that it just sounded right, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not only just like keeping time, laying behind the beat, but it's like those little little accented things, and it's the overall shape of the phrase. So there's a lot of density in the complexity of the sound that you're producing.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you're listening to somebody and you're thinking like, oh man, that sounds so good, and they're only playing a few notes, it's like you got to get inside of that thing and figure out, okay, well, what is it they're doing then? And then you got to start, in every line that you play, now you got to start doing that too, So listening to this line again. So let's go from here. See, like I'm hearing like this a whole last time, and when I get to the end of the blues, I'm really pushing, because I want to make my statement. I want to finalize my statement, and that's usually the climax point of it.
Right? How would you have played that line if you used those notes?
I mean, I'm not sure I have the line memorized, but I mean, yeah. Or whatever I'm doing, But you hear how like that
taper down like that?
Yeah, I can. Like, because I hit that climax point, I finally got to a place where I wanted. Wow. I don't have to, So or I could go. Like I don't know, or I don't have to, come down or all of a sudden, but I'm like. I forget the line, but
right.
As soon as I get up to there, then I can pull way back, and it sounds even more emotional.
And what do I do? What did I do?
Well, you just kept kind of flat. Yours is flat, right? So let's listen to it.
So I pulled down from the G, but I didn't pull down below the start of the phrase.
But the whole phrase is compressed within 3 to 6. And mine, I'm going up to like, on that high G, I'm going up to like my 10.
Right.
Or 9 at least. But the whole phrase, listen to it again. You need to hear this. This is why I want you to do it. Now you hear that phrase doesn't really go very far either. Yeah, so it's like, I think you already played it, like, and then it just has to have like a pretty good shape. I maybe exaggerated a little bit more than I would have, but not much. Maybe a tiny bit more, But it's just gotta have to. And then I'm saying, and furthermore, see, I made a statement.
Do it in decrease at the end of that line.
Huh? Yeah, I still shape it. I shaped that phrase. No, it's like no. Wait, is the line? I said it's right on the beat. I've been playing it all.
a big sound the whole time.
No.
You're keeping.
Started. No, I started really soft. I went.
Crescendo. Your end of the phrase and the crescendo are close, right?
They're what?
Your crescendo.
No, I'm going all the way to the C. You're stopping up at you're stopping up at G. I'm going to C. The end of the. There you go. You see what I'm saying? It's not about the high note. Yeah. So like I go, and then I say, and furthermore, da da tweed, and I get bigger. Yeah. Get the idea? Now you shape that whole phrase to where at the end people listening to you going like, wow, I felt that one.
Right.
Because you're like speaking to them. Like they want to hear that emotional thing, you know? So like, you know, that's what you're giving them. Then let's listen to yours again. You see how it just kind of, it's got little things, but it kind of stays here between 3 and 6. You never feel.
Right, I get it.
Yeah. All right. So let's go on to the next phrase. I said I didn't like that.
I know. It wasn't good.
So now how could you do it better? It's nothing wrong with the notes. There you go. Yeah. Just putting more sound into it, right? More air into your. Nice. All right, so let's listen to and see if maybe you can put the whole phrase together, because that's what we want to do. We're just trying to get. If you understand how to do some of these phrases, you know, we don't have to go through the whole damn thing, right? If you understand how to do some of these phrases, you're gonna understand how to do the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then that's what I would want to hear you do. Like, okay, now I'll do it. You know what I mean? Like, show that you can do it. Okay, so let's take it from back here. Okay, so that's your whole 4 bars. That's the whole last 4 bars. So let's hear it. No, so let me hear that whole phrase. Can you remember it? All right, now you already backed off on the C. You backed off before you got to the climax point. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. And then you have to change it up just slightly because you kind of repeating yourself there, right? So that last one has to be like. You know, you got to maybe go up there and do like a little bell tone or something to make it sound different, you know? You don't have to change the notes. Don't think about changing the notes, but just like what you can do with the. Yeah, so like, no, but like holding it like. Yeah, do a little bend into it, you know? And then the bell tone, you know? Let's go da. It's like you're holding it, and then you let go and let it shake. Yeah, that kind of a thing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You're doing the same phrase, but it'll sound totally different doing that, and then you won't even, somebody listening won't even recognize that it was basically the repetition.
Right.
And it's important to know that you can do different things every time. Even if you're reading a melody, you can play it differently every time you play it. If you think about how you can do these little things to the notes, shaping the notes a little differently. Um, so let's hear you try to do that whole phrase again. All right, now, so can I get a little bit more, just a little bit more on the very last, the and furthermore part? Yeah, and let it happen. That was good. I felt it, but I felt like you could stay there a little bit longer, like you were coming back off of it too much, like. Then I come back down, Try staying up there just a little longer. So I'm holding through the G into the F, all the way down to the C. It's almost like and then I start to go down. Yeah. So just holding through that a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you can keep working on that, like to kind of just like kind of shape it more and more to where you get it like perfect. Like, that's why I think doing these on a recording is really good. Like a recorder where you can stop and start yourself. You know what I mean? You can punch in and you can get it like, okay, I don't like that. I'm going to punch in until I get it perfect.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because that'll help you to get it. You listen and you go, I thought I had it, but no, I didn't. I only got to like an 8. I want to get to like a 9 so that I can do a 10 on that G.
Right.
That kind of a thing. Okay, so let's move on. All right, go past that.
A little rushed too, and also between 3 and 6. But I'm a little rushed.
Okay, and what else?
I mean, again, I have the same thing with the dynamic, with the volume again, the dynamics.
Exactly.
And it's rushed.
Exactly.
It's rushed.
Right.
Right there. Dude, I'm starting to rush it there.
Right. So it's kind of almost like you're going faster to create the excitement instead of letting the air do it. The dynamic, making it louder, that's what creates the excitement. And you don't have to go faster. You can actually lay back, right?
Right.
Because you could be playing it like, like I could lay into that and actually lay back on the beat, be way behind the beat, and it would be more, emotional than rushing it. Makes it less. It makes it more nervous sounding. You know what I mean?
Right.
Okay. Let's listen to one more time. You see how it's like that's not even 3 to 6. That's like maybe, you just kind of like play like that was like a 4 to 6. It's really a small window that you're playing in there dynamic wise.
Right.
Because you feel like, this is kind of rhythmic, so I don't need to get soft,
Right.
And to a certain degree, you're right, but you got to get louder.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's right. Exactly. That's the idea. So you see what I'm saying? Yeah. These are, it's kind of like almost like it's obvious once once I point it out, you know. All right, so now it's a good line, but it's 3-6.
Right.
Right?
How would you play that?
I don't know if I know this. Well, I can tell you right there at the end, you know, like. You know, I'd be pushing the hell out of that. And, yeah, and bending that note too, you know.
Which one?
Right? Yeah, because. Yeah. See how that. Yeah. Now you're putting some real emotion in that, and unless somebody is dead, they're gonna feel it. You know what I mean? Whereas, one more time through this. It's like you're holding back. It's like you're waiting to build your solo a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's where I should really have laid into it, and that's where I held back.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. Yeah, and you don't even need the other notes. You just that's what I kind of want you to see, like taking your your stuff, your ideas and stuff, and just making them into better sounding phrases that even you, the biggest critic of yourself, will like. Right? So, that's all you do, right? So you can see how it's like you put everything in time, put a nice shape into it, put a couple other little, glisses and bends and things like that to give it a little more soul. And then all of a sudden, you're like, it's like, okay, that's as good as it gets. I mean, you can, like, it's like I talk about, like, to my students a lot of times. I tell them that, look, what you're going to learn in the system in this blues is you're going to learn how it would sound if I hired somebody to come in as a like say a TV show or something like that. Say like I got this kind of like steamy scene where there's something going on like between two people, guy and a girl, and I want you to play on this blues, and just make it as really like soulful and good as you can, like, and so if somebody did anything like taking it out or putting like bebop lines in there, any of that bullshit, again, no, that's not what I want at all. I want you to play the shit like that is really like relates to this feel of this song, like, you know what I mean? Like you're playing the style that you hear here. Don't try to place another style on top of this groove.
Right.
Play me some real saxophone. I want to hear the shit.
Right.
That's what it would sound like.
Right.
So we're not doing anything that isn't like sort of like as good as it gets. It's like I don't want you to be thinking like, oh yeah, but I'm not playing, I'm not playing all that cool stuff that like, Everett Harp's playing and all that, But if Everett Harp was playing this tune, he'd be playing a lot of the same stuff, for most of his solo. He might throw in something in just to like, just like to give you a little zap, but he knows that it would be bad taste to do that, to play too many notes, to like lose the style of what's happening here, and he would just play in that style. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
and Kirk Whalum even more so, because that's kind of where he comes from anyway, right? So that's what we're trying to do here. We're not we're not doing anything that's not like as good as it gets. So that's all you have. That's your goal. Is you got to make all these lines sound as good as it gets.
Right.
All right. All right. So I don't know. You critique that.
One more time.
Huh?
There's a lot wrong with that. I think the notes aren't bad again.
Right.
I think, again, between 3 and 4 to 6, whatever. But I also think I'm cutting the notes short. You hear, I'm not playing through the line. I squeeze the ends of those notes. It's very clunky. Can you hear it again?
And if you look at it, if you put it on transcribe, which I recommend, you will actually see all that space in between the notes where you're kind of losing the intent. Right. You're losing the line. You're losing that.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds very amateurish, right?
Very amateurish, yeah.
Right. So let's work on this section,
right.
So just do
the
that.
The first part of it goes.
No. No, I didn't. I was there before. I just kind of just so you can hear. Yeah, so let's kind of get the same notes. Let's see if we can get this. Dee da 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 da. Right. Right. Just get that part. No, I get the. All right, so now I'm not hearing that rhythm yet. I don't know what you mean to play yet. So I'm a little confused still. Like, see, I'm not. I actually don't know. If I was transcribing it, I would know where to place those notes. All right, I hear the end. Yes, that's very clear. It's just. Okay. All right, so now I hear it clearer, but I'm not hearing that in here. Let's listen to it. See what I'm saying? That was beautiful there. That's what I wanted to hear. See what I'm saying? Now that had a beautiful shape to the line as well, But rhythmically, it made a lot more sense. Now I can hear what you were trying to play. But I can't hear that here. See how it's like real nebulous?
All messed up the time.
Yeah.
I was like rubato.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no time there.
No, there was no time.
No clarity to the time. Okay, so that line's, we just cleared that line up, right? So moving on. Right, there's another one, rubato. There's another rubato. Yeah. So let's go from here and see if we can play it like in time. Let's see. Yeah, see, it's nowhere in the time, right? I don't even know where you want to put that. I don't even know right now where you want to put the time. So like, if I was starting you like right here, like what would you do? So I'm playing dee da 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 da. What would you play if I did that? Okay.
And a 1 and a 2 again.
Okay. All right, now let's see what you did. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it was just rushing like hell, right? So that's why we didn't know. Right. So it's yeah. So you can't really play. I wish you could play with the track, but you can't. So let's just keep going. You know what you're gonna do there.
Yeah.
So all right. So like let's fix that better. Like make that hipper. Yeah. No, listen to the new notes. So you're doing above and a below. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Da dee da. You're doing it up. Yeah, you're doing a below and above. You're starting on that blues note. No, it's one. That's not what I'm hearing. Let me see. No, it's one. And the. Right. 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 Let's see. See, I feel like you're not like still. You're still like not opening it up, you know. I'm not playing no. No. I'm not changing it up. No. I don't want. We're not doing that.
What was that playing again?
It's just triplet. Da 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 da. It's one da 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 da. So it's 3 and 4 and 1. There you go. There you go. You put the little bend on the F, and all of a sudden it's got more. Yeah. Right. So you can see how bad that line sounds, you know? And now it sounds like a great line. You know what I mean? So let's go on.
I mean, there's not much to it.
Right, but there can be a lot more to it.
Yeah. Liking to the F that I should have. Right?
And you can bend it, and
the same volume.
And you can bend into that first note, even, you know, like. And bend down to the C.
I did that. Bend to the C.
All right, let's hear you again. Yeah, but it's like you didn't bend down to the C. You went down da da. It was like a hiccup. There, now I felt that one. See what I'm saying? Like connecting those notes. You know, going there, not just kind of giving like a hint of it, but actually going to the note. It's the whole thing that makes the line happen. There you go. Beautiful. Yeah, but even when you go you know, like see, I don't just go like I don't just like trail off doing anything. I go da ba da ba da ba da.
Right.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? A little nuance.
Yeah.
Makes it a little bit more interesting, you know? It's small, but it's you know, you feel that, you know? Yeah. All right. Let's see. Moving on.
There's nothing there too.
No, let's listen again. Da 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 da. It's just da 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 da. It's 3 and 4 and 1. No, it's. I don't think you have it yet. So it's like right on 3. Da be da 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 da. That's it. I think you're going. I think that's what you're playing. Yeah, so you're going to the F. Yeah. And then down. Yeah. Yep. Let's see. Like, make it have a little pulse on it. Boy, ba da do ba do da. Right. Good. You know, and then that line just sounds so much more interesting because it is a very very simple line. You know, it's really there's no emotion. It just sounds like you read it out of a book. You had no idea. Sound like yeah, totally different. Yeah. Again, you went from the C sharp to the F, so listen. Right. So. Let's see. I'm just pushing up to the F and pushing through the F. Yeah, much like. Yeah, so like the F is my loudest note, so I want you to.
Right. And then bend back down.
I don't know if I'm bending down. I don't think I was like. I'm not really bending, but you can keep it in time. It's late. Yeah, but now I'm not feeling that F anymore. Right. Yeah, and maybe I am doing a slight bend on it. I heard it that last time I played it. I put a slight bend on it. So I went. Yeah, slight. But you can't be late, so he's got to be dia. That's why it's hard to get. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. You hear it? Yeah. Okay.
simple line, but it could be nice.
Yeah.
Let's play it nicely, right?
Yeah.
I keep swallowing it.
Yeah. Right. That's one way to play, you know, and you could just make it into a rhythmic line too, you know. You know, you know what I mean?
Keeping it at that same 4 or 5. You keep it at you changing your volume.
I wasn't growing each one.
Boo buddy, boo buddy.
So, but I'm going down. I'm going like boo buddy. So it's like, you know.
That's what I did first,
7.
right?
Yeah, but you did it on this amount, and now I'm trying to get you to do it in this amount.
Boo buddy, boo buddy, boo buddy.
Right. All right, now you just did the opposite. You went do da da. So I want you to go da da da. Yeah. So you got to feel that pulse, like, you know, a 1. Boo ba, boo ba, boo ba, ba, boo ba, boo ba. That's right. And really keeping that intensity in the line, but just keeping it slow still. I mean, not slow, but I mean on, you know, on or slightly behind the beat. Keeping it laid back. Don't get it up in front of that beat. That's right. And maybe hold on to the D a little longer. Like, you might even, you know, do something with that note, but like. Yeah, I'm still not hearing that D as.
What?
I'm still not hearing that D as open and fat as I want. You know, like. Yeah. Yeah. And when you go to the C sharp, I would go a little louder. So I would start this a little bit, you know, I'd be pushing towards it, you know, and getting a little louder, you know. I mean, I think that's the right, you know, yeah. But you know, but there's 2 things going on. Like you need that pulse and grow. So you're going do da 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 da. Once again, you got to arrive at the C sharp being your loudest note. Yeah, and let that last one kind of like go right into the C sharp, like. Right. Now you didn't practice that enough. You got to practice just the 1. So like. Or you just kind of let it, you blow it, balls out. Yeah, but making sure that thing is like. Yeah, make sure that thing. Make sure that C sharp. Yeah. Right. Now you can go down, you know, then you can go down to the C, right? But you know, just make sure that it stays in that's in tune, and you're crescending into it. You did something funny to it. Just keep it straight. but you didn't push through it. I want to hear it all the way to the end of that. C sharp. Yeah, but now you got to put it in tune. No, you're not putting it in tune. Like. Yeah, there you go. That's better. You're still trying to hold on to the bend, and you're not getting it in tune, and that happens to you sometimes with your bends.
So you're saying I'm bending too much, and I'm not landing in tune.
It's not that you're bending too much; it's that you're not getting back into.
I'm not bending into two.
Yeah, you're not. It has to be in tune on one. Boobity wait, dweeda. Yeah. So on one, see, you're anticipating the bend. The anticipation is the bend, right? And so one has to be in tune. Right. Perfect. Right. Now see, you're learning how to sing too. And how much singing helps you, right? You just sung that and then you did it perfectly. Because if you can sing something and get it like, right in your head, then it comes out of your horns so much easier.
Yeah. Got it.
Okay, let's move on. That's like a tag, So it can be like it doesn't have to be as big, you know what I mean? Like so like you went you're gonna hold that really. It's gonna be loud there. It's gonna be, you could actually make it trail off. Maybe not, but it has to have a better shape than what you have there, obviously. Yeah, I mean that's perfectly fine. Good. Well, let's go on then.
That was everywhere. I don't know where that was.
Yeah, I mean that line that's almost not worth the time. Because we'd have to figure out all the mistakes that you did rhythmically, and the fact that it's just like it's just like you would have never sang that line. Let's put it that way. Okay, so let's go on. Okay, so here you can see it's like falling apart a little more, so you can see we're late on that last note, and it didn't really have a nice feel to it. But let's try that line for a second. Yeah, so get a little more of that pulse though I talk about, like right. Right, that's it. Yeah. 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 That's it. That's much better. But you see the pulse part? You understand the pulse part? Like whenever you're doing a triplet, you should have some nice feel the pulse, Right. Yeah. Again, it's a little rhythmically,
I held that C sharp out long enough.
Yeah, try that again. That's right. That would be beautiful. That sounded good. So let's go on.
Ah, I hit the wrong note.
Not really. I mean, it's fine. That's fine. But yeah. It just needs more. Expand that dynamic. That's all. You know. Mm-hmm. All right. So like that's you know. All right. So like yeah. So like you know, like if you're going to use that line, which you know is like a little faulty because it's not going exactly where you wanted it to go. You know, so you can go like. If you just start on the F instead, you know, yeah. No, so something the way it's wrong with the way you're playing that. All right, so that one's just that doesn't really have anything. But I want you to go. I want you to do it's this. It's da 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 da. Yeah, but don't ghost the notes too much. Like I can't hear the F at all. No, just yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly. Right. Now let's listen to what you played. I mean, it's not the notes. It's like that it was like there was no going anywhere. So that when you play it now, it's like it's got this huge dynamic range, and you feel like you arrived.
Right. That I play tired. I play like.
Yeah, it's like you're kind of like half asleep when you're playing.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Yeah. So that's it. You know, and it's like you know that's all you that's all you that's wrong with these. That's why this is a perfect lesson to to analyze. You know,
So what
and to
do you want
look.
me to do for that? Do you want me to play the same thing, right? Like work on the same thing that I did and try to improve on what I did, my own lines?
I think you should. I think you should go through everything that we just went through, right? At least go up to that far,
Yeah.
if not the whole thing, and just
Yeah.
try to figure out and then really try to get it to you know like you're just gonna practice it now that you get it. Now you're gonna just practice it, and you're gonna go and then when you're playing when you're improvising, you're gonna catch yourself right away. You're gonna go, oh shit, like I didn't put anything in that line. It didn't go anywhere.
Right.
Because it's going to be more obvious. But if you don't do the work to like really, you know, hammer that idea in, you know, then it's not going to be as obvious to you.
Awesome. All right, so I'm gonna do it, and I'll send you something. I got to go to New York for 2 days this week, so it's gonna blow my practice schedule for 2 days.
Yeah.
But tomorrow I practice, and then Tuesday and Wednesday I probably won't, but then Thursday again. I hate not being able to practice. It drives me nuts. But maybe I'll sing my solos. Maybe I'll at least and go through it like I had a horn and just listen to the lines and see how to make them better. And maybe sing them.
You can be singing them, and it can be, you know, you can yes. It's a big part of this is just understanding and right what's wrong, and then being able to fix it, even if you're just doing it with your voice.
You think there'd be some meaningful it would be a meaningful exercise a worthwhile exercise to just go through, even if I didn't have a horn, and just sing the phrases that, compared to what I played incorrectly, how I can sing them better than I played them.
It's exactly no, that's exactly what I'm referring to. I think
you think it's beneficial though. Like even if I had my horn, I could do something like that.
What happened what did I say when you sang that phrase and then you played it perfectly?
Well, I get it. I'm just thinking as a replacement. If I don't have my horn, could I get some real value? And it's very possible. I don't know.
Of course,
maybe I could have a really good practice session without my horn.
Exactly, and I think maybe at this point it might actually be the best thing that you can do.
Right.
Because you want to start thinking about how I can, how can I sing lines that really sound good, right? And then transfer them to my horn.
Right. And why do the lines on my horn? How can I sing the ones that I just played to make them sound the way they? Because the notes are there.
Yeah, because the notes are fine.
They're one of 5 notes. I mean, 6 notes.
Exactly.
Can't really go wrong.
It's what you're trying to put up. It's what everything that you put on those notes is what that is missing right now. And so you're just gonna you can sing these lines and really start to get inside of it. Another thing you can do while you're away is I found another Kirk Whalum it's like a ballad that he does. I don't know the name of it. I can't remember the name of it, but I found another transcribed solo of a ballad that he does. It's very, very kind of gospel-y, so it's sort of in this same kind of groove.
Are you going to send it?
Yeah, I'll send that to you.
Right on. That'll be the next one.
Yeah, because that's another thing you can practice singing too, right?
Yeah.
When you learn it, I learn a solo, I always sing it first.
Right.
I never try to just play a solo, or rarely.
I'm starting to though hear the nuances when I sing it, not just, my ears are getting better.
Totally getting way better, way better. So now you just I have to point out a few more things to you, and then eventually you're just, it's going to be obvious to you what to play.
Right, and then if I can learn to play while always with that kind of intensity, then I'll have come a long way.
A long way.
I have to be somewhere in 20 minutes. So,
okay. All right.
I appreciate this, man. This was great.
It was awesome. I loved it.
How do what's up? All right. I'll text you.
Sounds good.
Thanks, buddy.
Man. All right.
Thanks, bro.
Have a good day.
Bye-bye.